All right, we're live. How are you guys? Welcome to the Game 2 live stream here. Red Sox and Dodgers, take two. And the Red Sox right now are beating the Dodgers 4-2 as we head into the top of the eighth. And I thought going into this, really, if I'm going to sum up this game and this postseason, is that this Red Sox team is so resilient, so tough. You can't kill this team. It reminds me of that Royals team from a couple years ago, where no matter you can't kill them, no matter how hard you try, no matter how hard, you could put them in the deepest hole, and they're going to come back every single time. And it also amazes me that this Red Sox team has faced probably the toughest postseason road to the World Series that I've ever seen, and maybe in the history of baseball. They took on a 100-win Yankee team and crushed them. They took on a 100-win Astros team and crushed them. And now they're right now taking on a 100 Dodgers team, and they're 6 outs away from being 2-0 at home. It is so remarkable what has happened to this just dominant Red Sox team. It blows my mind how good they are, how tough, how great they are on offense. This was the best hitting team in baseball all season, and they've showed it in this postseason with players like Mookie Betts and JD Martinez and Benintendi. It is just continuously remarkable. I'm continuing to be blown away by how good this Boston team is. And again, as a Yankee fan, it is kind of sad to see, but I have to give credit where credit is due. Of how, again, this team is just so dominant and so amazing to watch. They're a overpowering team, and they're going to be, even if they don't win this World Series, they are going to be a dominant team for years and years to come. I don't believe this is going to be a team that just, this is a one-win team that they won't make it back. No, this is a team that I think will be back year after year after year. The Yankees thought they were going to be a team that was going to dominate American League. No, the Astros did. I feel like this is Boston's time. Again, not just now, but for a while. So now as we head into the top of the eighth, the other thing that has impressed me, back-to-back great postseason outings from David Price, of all people. Remarkable. 6 innings, only 2 runs. I mean, he did have a rough fourth inning, but other than that, he was great. It is remarkable. Back-to-back great games out of David Price. All credit to him, all respect to him. It's good to see somebody who has been so bad in the postseason for so long. We all know the stats. We all have seen the terrible performances. To see him finally show up, and it's amazing to watch. But the top of the eighth has now begun. Evaldi is pitching right now to Cody Bellinger. And, foul ball. Almost had it there, and the count is 0-2. Bellinger, wow. I'm right. Bellinger is 132 this postseason. He struggled last World Series. He struggled in this postseason. So close there. All right, let's see what happens here. All right. Count 0-2. Dave Roberts has had a rough World Series as well, in thinking about it. Last night, the bullpen change made no sense. I've not been – he had a terrible challenge early in Game 1. I don't think he's really done anything terrible tonight. But, man, this and last year, I really – he doesn't seem like he has the big moment. He doesn't understand the big moment yet. Bellinger fouls it off again. Bellinger is up, and that will be followed by Turner, who's been awful tonight 0 for 3, and David Freese, who has a 600 batting average. Go figure. Mitch Moreland is now in at first base. Red Sox have been dominating, and Pierce hasn't gotten a hit yet. Who's their third hitter? And Bellinger strikes out, and the Red Sox are 5 outs away. And Bellinger's struggles in this postseason continue. I don't even have a viewer, and I have one like, hey, did Boston win? Hey, Gabe, how are you? Boston is up. Good to have you here. Boston is up 4-2 right now in the top of the 8th. Boston is 5 outs away from taking a commanding 2-0 lead in this World Series. The thing that amazes me about Boston, they're 5-0 in this postseason on the road as Justin Turner. Pretty gnarly, broski. Whatever that means, agreed. Sorry I cursed you out last night, by the way, Gabe. For those that missed it, at the end of last night's telecast, Gabe brought up a player that I will not mention by name, and I basically told him to go to hell. Apologies, Gabe. That was all in humor. I love you. You're a great subscriber. You're a great follow. I had a hard time sleeping after that. I was like, no, I'm positive here. I like to be happy. I've been told like I'm too depressed on my live streams. It was hilarious. I loved it. Cheers, Gabe. It's been. I'm trying to be a happy, positive guy. A lot of people, I hope, know me, say I'm positive. I try to be happy, but when all the New York teams, I've gone through this before. When the Yankees are out, we've talked about the troubles with the Jets and the Giants, the Knicks, and I have to watch the Red Sox in the World Series. I show my negative side, but hopefully soon a brighter day will come here in New York. Gotta love Red Run. Yes. All right. So Turner, it's already 2-2. Turner has struggled here tonight. I'm also in a bad mood because a bad mood because I found out that Bohemian Rhapsody movie, which I was really looking forward to, is not good. So all of that makes me just a little bit on edge. Oh, Turner grounds out to short and out. 2 away here in the top of the 8th. Boston in complete. I can't say complete control because if the Dodgers. Oh, here comes a stupid YouTube TV commercial. I'm sick of all of these. Just okay. This one isn't cringy, but okay, we get it. We're gonna subscribe to YouTube TV. I don't know. Let's go Boston. The one thing I do love about the Red Sox is them playing "Sweet Caroline." That is one of my all-time favorite karaoke songs. So I'm glad that they use it. It's a fun song. Let's go 3. All right. 3-1. All right. Peterson up here. He's 241 in the postseason. Count is 1-0. Oh, Machado comes up next. The biggest at bat of Machado's life here. If Peterson can get on base. Evaldi has been great so far. 100 miles an hour up in the zone. Fouled it off. Another great game here. Another one. Another fun. This has been only 2 games, but a fun series so far. And Fox reminds you that Game 3 will take place Friday night at 7:30. I will be here during the 8th inning to react to it. Oh, and that is a pop-up to the left side and an out. And the side is retired. Machado and Josh said, please choke. Well, there's a choke. 1-2-3 inning, and now Boston goes to Martinez, Bogaerts, and Devers, who are combined 2 for 9 tonight. Not great, but doesn't matter. The thing about Boston, it continues to impress me. If one guy struggles, next man up. It is amazing. I've rarely seen a team go like this with this kind of explosive. I didn't realize it until today that they had the best hitting offense in baseball. They had the number 1 batting average in baseball. I think number 1 in hits, number 1 in doubles. This is a contact hitting team, and that is the kind of team you can't have a team just based off of power. You can't just have a team that just hits home runs, and that's it. Reminds me of the old Phillips. Oh yes, We've talked about those teams. But you can't just hit home run. You can't every game can't just be home run, home run, home run. You got to get some single. You got to get some variety. You got to get some singles and some doubles. Those get runners on bases. Cough, cough. The Yanks. Oh, yeah. Thank you for reminding me. I'm trying to be positive here tonight. Oh, goodness gracious. Red Sox. Speaking of the Yanks, again, I'm trying to be positive here, but Boston #1 in batting average in baseball this year. Yankees 16th. I mean, the Yankees got the home run record. Does that get you anywhere? No. Does that get you a ring? No. It gets you a first-round exit. That is a huge problem with this. And yeah, again, this Boston team is going to be so good for years to come. I don't care if they win this series or not. They're going to. They've got a great manager. They've got great players around, and the entire offense. Mookie Betts really broke out this year. JD Martinez really broke out. What were the Phils? Oh, okay. This computer is so darn slow, and it's a Mac. What is the problem with that? I feel like I'm being lied to. Mac should be fast. Team batting and Okay. The Phils were all right. Survey says Philly was dead last. Tied with the Mets. That's not good. In terms of batting average, the Phillies had tied for the worst in baseball this year. They were 234. I mean, they're an up-and-coming I feel like they're an up-and-coming team. There's a lot of teams in that division that I feel like are up-and-coming. Minus the Red Sox. Only 2 games under 500. All right, now it's the bottom of the 8th. Yeah, last month we went down. Yeah, okay. I can see how at the end you just don't care as much anymore. All right, well, Javi Baez, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What a catch. Oh, Bellinger with a great catch. Oh, wow. Javi Baez. Goodness gracious. Not the best catch, but when that happened, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. That looked like he did it again. Was he the one that hit the home run last night? I should know this by hand. But Mets home. Oh, sorry. Red Sox home run in game 1. Was that Baez? Nunez, I'm sorry. It wasn't Baez. I apologize. First of the month to go, we were like 25. Yeah, like 30 games left. We went 5-25. Yeah, Philly had a rough go of it. Oh, and another, and it wasn't Baez. I'm sorry. And Bellinger with a 1-2. All right, and here comes another in-game commercial. Okay, man, I can't take any more. These in-game commercials are so cringy. I mean, I guess they're better, so we get less commercial break. Man. All right, Rafael Devers now come up to the plate. He's over 3, 2 strikeouts, and a flyout. We will probably get Harper and Machado. I don't know. Is Harper going to want to come to Philly? Machado, maybe. Does Harper really want to come to? The Yankees don't have enough money for him. We'll see what happens there with Harper. I don't really know if I want Machado. That whole thing about I'm not going to hustle out ground outs. I mean, that's not a good attitude. I dealt for years in New York with people who hated Robinson Cano for the exact same reason. Ben Revere, man. Ben Revere. That is going to become a running joke on this channel. If I make it big, that has become a huge deal. And we're going to bring Ben Revere out of obscurity. All right. Count is 1-1 here. Okay, let's see what Devers does. Oh, ground out. Man, this is a good inning from the Dodgers. Nice inning from the pitching staff. And it is now 4-2 as we head into the top of the ninth inning. Boston up 4-2. Here comes Machado, Taylor, and Kemp, who are combined 1 for 7 tonight. And here comes, mention my name so I can beat him. Of course. I mean, you're the reason why this is all happening. But now the Red Sox will step up, or the Dodgers will step up into the top of the ninth to see if they can stop the bleeding here. This is on the verge of becoming an 2-0 deficit for the Dodgers. Okay, did you leave me? There's no one's watching now. I lost Gabe. Oh, bummer. Come back to me, Gabe. This game's ending earlier than last night. Thank God. I can't stand it. Oh, I'm here. Okay, it says, this is weird. It says 0 viewers on the count. So something's funny. Darn you, YouTube glitches. Come on, YouTube. Tell me how many people are watching. That is an inaccurate view. Last night I had only 1 viewer. Now tonight you're my only viewer. I have 97 subscribers. YouTube is dumb sometimes. Yes, we know that. You know, with the stupid copyright laws and not paying its subscribers and making Jake and Logan Paul relevant. You were at 3 on my screen away. Yes, I was. And then, yeah, sometimes there are people that click on this by accident, you know. I'm not saying I should have 100 people watching me right now, but I should have at least, God bless you, Greg, but I should have at least more than 1. I feel like people should get the memo that I'm watching this. Okay, now it says 1. So stupid thing. All right, we heading to the top of the ninth here. Any questions for me, Gabe, here as we wait during the break? Try to see what happens. Boston, this team is so good. I'm just amazed how good they were. And this Boston team is going to be scary good for years to come. We're now at 2, so thank God. So again, top of the ninth coming up. Boston up 4-2. Back to 1. Boston up 4-2. Not a lot of scoring as opposed to last night. It started off with Boston had the lead early on with an Ian Kinsler single to left, made it 1-0. Then the top of the 4th, Kemp hit a sac fly that scored David Freese, and then Puig hit a single to shallow center to make it 2-1. Then in the bottom of the 5th, the Red Sox walked with the bases loaded, and then JD Martinez with a 2-run RBI single to make it 4-2, and that's where we stand. What will happen to my life? I don't know. Hang in there, Gabe. Boston is going to clap their 4-0. It looks like it. All right, Manny Machado is in. Kimmel throws his first strike. Machado is batting .260 in this postseason with 3 home runs and 12 RBIs. Kimbrel has been such a strong presence for this Boston team in this postseason. The 0-1 from Kimbrel. Oh, Machado swung it up high. Sup, other dude? Thank you. Bradley catches, and it's 1 out for Boston. Man, the Dodgers offense has gone completely cold here late. Oh, this I'm looking forward to. Gabe, I don't know if you're watching the game live with me right now, but yeah, now we have a Wreck-It Ralph 2 commercial. That I'm looking forward to. Wreck-It Ralph 2. I mean, come on. I love the first one. Red Sox bullpen, wow. The Red Sox bullpen that we all killed, 7 1/3, 3 hits, 1 run. That is the Red Sox bullpen that we had maligned. Oh, they're not good without Kimbrel. They have been great so far in this World Series. If the bullpen can be like this team, I was, but then I got on stream. Okay. If Boston can be like this, if this bullpen can now be consistently good, Gabe is now showing like how many people are watching. Like it's 2, it's 3, it's 1. Gabe's keeping an eye on me here. So let's see what happens here. Taylor is now up. Taylor is 0 for 2 tonight. All right, who's starting game 3? I should know that by now. Alex Cora, man. What a great job he has done so far. Okay, here we go. So in game 3, Walker Buehler gets the start for the Dodgers. It is undetermined yet who will get the start for Boston. It's $1 million prop Porcella. Hope it's $1 million. I'd love to see 1 million people on this. Count is 1-1. Another great performance out of Boston tonight, from the starting pitching to the bullpen to the offense. Taylor swung. It's 1-2. Ooh, check swing. That would scare me. Yeah. The dominance of this team. My goodness. So the count again is 1-2. I don't really have much else to say other than Boston dominance. And it's a ground out. Oh, and Boston is 1 out away from a game 2 victory. They are rocking and rolling. It is nice, though, as an old-time sports fan, it's nice to hear people in Boston chant, beat LA, beat LA, just like it was back at the old Boston Garden against the Lakers. Beat LA, beat LA, beat LA. And now it's up to Matt Kemp. Any chance the Dodgers have of making this series tied up at 1 game apiece rests in the bat of the old Dodger who returned, Matt Kemp. What are the Red Sox record in World Series games in their last 4? Okay, I'm pretty sure in the last 4 World Series, Boston is 12-2. No, wait. No, they're 13-2. They're 13-2 in their last 4 World Series. That is really, really good. All right. Already a ball thrown by Kimbrel. Let's see if Kemp can keep this up. Cow! Swing and a miss. All right, hot take here. I actually enjoy Joe Buck. I think Joe Buck is one of the best in the business. I don't get the hate for him. He's not his father, but he's pretty darn good. Kept the pitch. Oh, another ground out. Are you kidding me? And Boston has won game 2. Wow. Another dominant performance out of the Boston Red Sox, and it is now a 2-0 series lead. David Price, the hero. 6 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs. I'll be right back. Hold on. 6 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs. Want to say hello? No. Okay. That's my sister. Yeah. You. We're going to turn on MLB Network here, kitties. We're not going to be on for long, but David Price played against the Phillies in 08. He did. I don't think he was very good in that one, but man, boss, what are you going to do? Where is this team losing? I mean, the problem. Well, David Price can't win in the postseason. Now he can. The bullpen is terrible before it gets to Kimbrel. The bullpen's terrible before it gets to Kimbrel. It's great now. Roids. Unbelievable. Where do you go if you're this team? This team, where are they losing? How are they losing? Try to tell me. Injury? How is this team losing the next 4 out of 5 games? I can't see it at all. This is a dominant team that is destined for greatness here. Ryan Madison had a rough go of it in the bottom of the 5th. Wild pitch, walk, and then they almost got the double play. Just barely missed it. Oh no, this was game 1. That's right. And then a 2-run single from Ryan Madison. All right, that's fine. I'm watching the. If you want to follow along, I'm watching the MLB Network post-game show here. I will be back Friday night. I'm hoping for a more exciting finish. These games are good, but the finishes aren't great. So I'm hoping for like an exciting finish where I jump up and down and go crazy. Dodgers have made it 4 NLCSs in a row. Terrible performances out of Ryan Madison. I think he walked Pierce with the bases loaded, which you can't do, and on 4 terrible pitches. He walked him with bases loaded, and then JD Martinez with a 2-run single. Ryan Madison has been the biggest goat for this Dodgers team so far. Mookie Betts 3 for 4 with a double and a run. Where are you stopping this team? Gabe, I'm asking you. Anyone else watching this? How are you stopping this team? As a Yankee fan, it pains me to say this, but this team is so good. This team is destined. I think I went into this saying they'd win in 6. Can I scratch that? They're winning in 5, I think. How are you beating this team? Madison was on the Phils in 08. It's like 7 degrees of Philadelphia Phillies. How are you beating this team? Is it possible? All right, and then they're showing Kinsler here in the 2nd inning. RBI single up to the left field. Then in the bottom of the 5th, Ryu had a rough night. Gave up a single to Vasquez. Gave up a single to Mookie Betts. Oh, pitching the dirt to Benintendi. And then, again, we see with Madison. We see the walk that made it 2-2. Like the Yankees take more words than they already do. Yeah. Do they do steroids in baseball anymore? I'm not sure about that. There's got to be somebody. I think Victor Conti once said it's like, you have to be an idiot to not pass it, to lose. So, oh gosh, look at this. Boston in baseball in the regular season, 2nd with 2 outs, 2nd in average, 1st in runs. Again, they excel in pressure. How are you losing to a team that excels at pressure like that? That is so great when the game is on the line. Cabal was suspended. Cano. Okay, yeah, that's right. Thank you for reminding me about Cano. He's a fraud. It is again. I'm continuously blown away. It's so dominant. And David Price, and now again, here we are looking at David Price. How are you beating him when he pitches like this? This is the David Price that got that huge, ridiculous contract in 2015. This is what they expected, and they're finally getting it. I don't know what's the bigger surprise in this postseason. The fact that Price has been so good or the bullpen has been so good. Neither we thought would be good in the postseason, and here they are. So that is my final thought going into this. I know I'm just saying the same thing over and over again. How are you beating this team? You are beating this team. Seems like it has no holes. Barry Bonds to Barry Bonds. Thank you. I remember Barry. Oh gosh, most exciting hitter ever in baseball. He'd get 2 pitches every game, and he'd swing both of them out. Yeah, you're not beating this. Just hand them the trophy already. How are you beating this team? They are so explosive. This team has no holes. And again, Pierce has been cold. Imagine if he gets going in games 3 and games 4. I'm just looking at this team, and the flaws that they do have are so minuscule that they can get corrected. Cora has made all the right decisions when it comes to his bullpen, when it comes to his starters. Bulgaris hasn't been okay. The bottom of the lineup has struggled for Boston. But for the most part, the top has been good enough. Apple or Android? I say Apple. Yes, Apple. Apple by far. I'm not an Android guy. See that right there? Apple. It's an awesome cover. Okay, so my final thought is we're about to wrap things up here. And this is a short live stream, but whatever. And I wish more people could watch these, but alert your subscribers. Alert them. Tell them we're here. I'd love to have conversations with people. And we're going to have more videos coming up in the near future. I'll have a video up Friday. I'll have an NFL picks video up, and I'll have a recap. Sam, I got a silent iPhone success. Nice. I have an iPod. This barely counts as a phone, but it has the Apple thing on it, so that counts. Red Sox pitching, 9 innings, 2 runs, 8 strikeouts, 3 walks. Gosh darn it. You cannot lose to this team. They are rolling over. Great competition. The Red Sox, the Yankees, the Astros, the Dodgers. These are 3 great teams. They are rolling over them. They are destroying them. Against probably the 3 best teams in baseball that are not them. They're 9-2. It is remarkable. It is extraordinary what this team has done. And all I can do is give my respect. This is beyond incredible. I'm running out of superlatives to describe this team and to describe its greatness. I'm just out of it. This is again. I was being nice when I said Red Sox would win in 6. This is going to be 5. And then Evaldi was great coming out of the pen. Look at the whole pen. How is this? They should turn into a pumpkin by now. But they haven't. Gosh. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, wait, Phils were better. I mean, in terms of great teams, this is, I think, the best Red Sox team I've ever seen. This is the best. This is the most dominant Red Sox team I've seen in the years I've been watching them. This is, I think, by far a better team than any of the teams that came before it. And that Phil's team was really good, but this team is on another level. And I know that 08 Phillies team is special to you, but I just think in terms of greatness, there's just something. There's something about this team. I'm trying to get some stats here for these. Rick Porcello might start Game 3. Does it matter at this point? Does it matter who Boston puts out there? Yeah, this is okay, best Red Sox team. Best Red Sox team I've seen. Again, Phillies 08 was a really good team. And Mookie Betts. I mean, Mookie Betts, JD Martinez, 2 guys. What are these top MVPs? Think about the names. We had Jamie Moore. Again, that Phillies team was really good. Cole Hamels and everybody. But this Boston team is just so solid on offense. One of the best teams I've seen in baseball in years. Goodness gracious! Again, I'm out of superlatives to describe this team. I shouldn't be, but it is just flat out remarkable. And so this Boston team now heads to LA. And again, does it matter? Does it matter who they face? It's just going to be another dominating showing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who they play. It doesn't matter who they're facing off against. They'll destroy them. All right, so I think we're about to wrap up here. I'm not totally sure yet, but Thank you for. I know they had. I remember Hamels and Lidge and Brett Myers. Well, I have 3 viewers now, and they've been staring at my shirt for the last minute and a half. I had terrible camera reviews. All right, so the other 2 people that okay, so the one other person watching, and that one other person's about to go. I hope you stay. Phillies beat Rays in 08-4-1. I know you don't have to tell me how dominant. I remember that team. That was a great team, but all around, especially on offense, I take the 08. I take the 08 Reds. I don't even think that Phillies team was the best team of that era. I think they were better off. I think 2011 they had a much better team. They had a much more complete team, and they weren't able to win that one. But yeah, I don't know what's happening. Is that Martinez? Yeah, Martinez might be injured. I don't know about him going forward, but we'll see. What else do I say? Give this team a trophy. Don't even bother playing the next couple of games. Put me on Old Takes Exposed. I don't care. Give me the freezing cold takes treatment if I'm wrong. I don't care. This team is in it. I know the Dodgers have 3 at home. This is okay. I take back the last thing I said. I can't make guarantees in the sport, but my pitching was better 2011, but not the offense. All right, fair. All right, so all right, evolved again. What else do I say about this team? My favorite Phillies team was the 09 team because we beat the Phillies 09 team in 6. I'm saying the same things over and over again. Gabe, again, thank you for sticking with me. This team is so dominant in every aspect of the game right now. They're firing on all cylinders. Boston, 117 wins this season, including postseason, 4th most in baseball history. That's why I think this team all around is better. This team, the way they have dominated from start to finish this season, and the competition that they have faced in this postseason, 100-win Yankee team that set the record for the most home runs in the postseason. No, excuse me, for most home runs in the regular season. The defending world champions who also won 100 games. And then the defending NL champions. And they have run through every single team. Like, it's no problem. It is unbelievable. I'm starting to get less angry about the Yankees. I'm starting to get less angry about that loss. Imagine Big Papi on that team. That is scary. If Big Papi was still around, my gosh, this team might win 130 games. Everything about it makes me get less angry about losing to the Red Sox in the ALDS. I'm still angry about it, but this is a way better team. This is a way better, way more dynamic team. Hopefully this loss, back to the Yankees, I know I hate to ring on them, but hopefully this loss by the Yankees and how they lost that series and how they see this Red Sox team constructed. Maybe this is a wake-up call to realize we can't rely on the home run anymore. That can't just be our end-all, be-all. They have to spread it out. They can't just be if they still had Beltre. Yeah, gosh. But this can't home runs cannot be the only way your offense gets on base. I hate to follow the Moneyball approach, which is weird because the Yankees are such an analytic team. But clearly the home run thing isn't working. Clearly hitting every single home run isn't working. Man, okay, they have Dave Roberts on TV right now. Dave Roberts gave Boston one World Series in 2004, and it looks like he's about to give him another one. Yeah, all right. 4 runs, 8 hits, and no errors for Boston. Dodgers, 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors. And here's another thing. Dodgers 1-3 in runners in scoring position. That's not great. I mean, okay, never mind. At least Boston was 2 for 6. Boston had twice as many opportunities, and they weren't able to. So, unless you're Barry Bonds, is that a meme? Because the way you're spelling it makes it look like it's a meme. But maybe it's not a meme. I don't know. I remember Barry Bonds again. Best hitter I've ever seen in my whole lifetime was Barry Bonds. Steroids or not, and yeah, we all think he did it. It is now. Gabe Polandro, starter of memes. There was never a more explosive, more dangerous hitter in all of baseball than Barry Bonds. I mean, there were teams just afraid. I think Barry Bonds was one of the few players that they walked with the bases loaded. I'm trying to look here now. Intentional walk, bases loaded. And I'm pretty sure Barry Bonds was one of those players. Yes, Barry Bonds was. Josh Hamilton was at his park at his prime. Um. Yeah. In the last 50 years, it's been two players: Barry Bonds and Josh Hamilton. Yeah, Barry Bonds was intentionally walked with the bases loaded. That's how dangerous he was. And yeah, steroids or not, and again, we all think he did it, but he was the most explosive home run hitter any of us have ever seen, and it was fun to watch. Anytime you watched him, he was must see television, especially in 2001, that 73 home run season. What a dominant run. Never won a World Series though. He was never able to have a team around him with. I feel like he didn't have good postseasons. I know 02 he had a good postseason, but I don't think in 03 he did. My goodness. Yeah, I'm out of things to say other than Boston is such a dominant, explosive team. Well, I mean, Price being great, Martinez with the clutch hit, the bullpen retiring 9 straight Dodgers. I mean, the Dodgers are no pushover, and Boston is just rolling over him, comparing his size from rookie to retire. Yes. Oh boy. I mean, he was so skinny, and by the end of it, how is he trying to look people in the eye and tell them I didn't do steroids? Like, are we that stupid? Come on. I wish you would just admit it. Move on with it. I am one of the people that I believe Hall of Famers, people who use steroids should not be in the Hall of Fame. Anybody who was, but you'd have to have serious evidence. You can't just be like, oh, Piazza may have done it and we have no idea. You have to have serious evidence that a player took steroids. And if you do, yes, that's just, he shouldn't be allowed in. If you did, then whatever. A-Rod admitted it. Yeah, I wouldn't put A-Rod in the Hall of Fame. As dominant as he was. Now, if you're going to put those guys, here's my opinion. You either put none of them in or you put all of them in. So if you put A-Rod and Barry Bonds in, that's fine. But put McGuire in, put Sosa in, put Palmeiro in, put who else? I feel like there's other Gary Sheffield, put him in. And you know what? Put Pete Rose in. And put Shoeless Joe in too. Put all of the Black Sox in. If you're going to either put all the steroid guys in or none of them in. That's my opinion on how to handle it. But I could be wrong. Boston is, batting with 2 outs. Boston is 10 for 22. That is amazing. That's almost 500 with 2 outs. How do you kill this team? How do you beat them? I respect A-Rod more. He admitted it and knew it was wrong. I would too, but then he did it twice, okay? He said, yeah, I was wrong. I'm sorry. I made a mistake. And then he did the same thing again. That's why I don't know. If you make a mistake, whatever. He did it twice, and then he sued baseball. They were chanting, oh, hi, Ron. They were chanting, yeah, yep, they were. And you know what? Right now, Boston, you deserve that. I'm not angry. You deserve that. The way you are just rolling through this postseason, you can say whatever you want. You can do the beat LA. You can do the anti-Yankee chant. You can do whatever. I mean, you can even do any chant you want. You can do a Brady's great chant, Brady's the GOAT chant, whatever you want. You are that dominant. You are that explosive right now. This team is so loaded everywhere, and I feel like they're not even at the peak. If Pierce starts hitting, their 3-hitter, if he starts hitting, again, I was being generous when I said Red Sox in 6. It could be 5. I don't think 4. I think the Dodgers are too good for that. I think they'll win either 3 or 4, and then Boston wins the other 2 games, and then they'll win it 5. Gotta go. God bless, Gabe. See you for Friday's live stream for Game 3. Tell your friends, please. I need the subscribers. And thank you for Ron for watching it as well. I don't know what else to say other than goodness gracious. Second longest postseason streak in Red Sox history. They're on an 8-game winning streak. They also went on an 8-game winning streak in 2004. Of course, the sweep of the Yankees in the ALCS, and then won 4 straight against the Cardinals in that World Series. Rough night. Well, Ryan Madison, 1 inning, 1 hit, no runs. 12 pitches. Goodness. Is there any way the Dodgers win this series? I'm trying to think. Yes, I know they're at home, but this Red Sox team, it doesn't matter road or home. I'd probably give Boston a Dodgers a chance if Boston hadn't been so dominant on the road. Boston's played better on the road in this postseason. It just seems like this is a foregone conclusion. It just seems like this is it. This reminds you when A-Rod to the Yankees in 04. Now Stanton both should have came to Boston. Yeah, but he didn't want to. He didn't want to. I mean, Jeter tried trading him to everywhere else, but Stanton wanted to come to the Yankees. Yeah, I still have hope for Stanton. I don't have hope in that team's. I don't have a lot of hope in the structure of that team. That is too much a home run heavy hitting team. And you know what? I'm kind of sick of it. I don't like this home run dominant team. You've got to be able to make some. Look at this Red Sox team. They hit home runs too, but they also get a lot of singles and doubles, which it gets your runners in play. I don't like the Yankees approach of we have to hit a home run every single at bat. It's either a home run or a strikeout. I hate that. I hate that mindset because in the fall when the weather gets colder, it doesn't work as well. We've seen it now in back-to-back postseasons. We've seen how dominant this Red Sox team, again, not just with home runs, but with singles and doubles. They have Yankees were number one all-time in home runs this year. Number one all-time. You know what they were in batting average this year? 16. Boston was number one. And guess what team is still playing? You can't rely your entire game on home runs. It's not practical. You've got to get hits from every you can't just rely with the home run. You've got to get more with the singles and the doubles and even the triples. I'm not saying home runs are bad, but you can't base your entire offense around them. Hear me, Cashman? Cashman, everybody else running that Yankee, which apparently is one of the biggest analytic teams in baseball. You've got to realize that it doesn't work. You can't just rely. I respect analytics, but you can't have them be your entire. Boston might sweep if they beat the Astros in 5. Yeah. I'm going to give the Dodgers respect and say one game. Either game 3 or game 4. I don't see them winning. I find it hard to believe that this series goes back to Boston. I think Boston will finish this up very quickly. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before, but Boston just looks so destined right now for a title. So, I want to see a 7-game series. I would like to see a beautiful back and forth series. But Boston looks so explosive right now. It really is unbelievable. And you know what? The Dodgers bullpen was not good. Never mind. I'm sorry. Everybody other than from Arias on down, they had a nice bullpen tonight. But it was Drew and Madison that really killed this Dodgers team. And so yeah, the Yankees need Machado. I don't know if I want Machado. Machado's a great player. Do I want somebody who doesn't hustle, who admittedly doesn't hustle, and is kind of a bad, not a bad guy, just causes a lot of trouble, is easy to hate. Man, we just went through that with A-Rod. Yankee fans killed Cano for years for not hustling. I don't know if I want that. I don't know if I want another player like that, but it's just I'm just frustrated right now. It's just frustrating to watch, to think about. And now Alex Cora goes into his press conference here. If you're watching on the MLB Network, I will give. Speaking of, we're just talking about Rodriguez. Give him all the credit. He's in Boston right now, and he is relishing in people booing him. And I don't know how he's become likable. I want his PR guy. He has somehow become the most likable person on earth. Did people forget that he cheated? He did steroids at least twice and sued baseball. Did anybody forget that? We all just took that out of our mind. It's amazing. I can't believe that right now A-Rod is more likable than Jeter. That is impossible to think. But yeah, I mean, you know what? All you need is J-Lo. Goodness gracious. All right, so game 5, Friday night. Game 6, Saturday night. Game 4. Game 6. Game 4 Saturday night. Game 5 Sunday night. We'll see what happens here, but this just seems like a Boston. This is destined for a Boston World Series. I can't. This Dodgers team. This is a good Dodgers team. We've seen it. It's a talented Dodgers team with the lineup and the pitching, and they're getting destroyed. They're getting destroyed by this Red Sox team. I could be wrong. I could see it. Maybe Boston does something. Maybe Boston chokes. Must be tough for a Yankee fan to say that. It is. I've been told by my family that I need to be more positive, so I'm trying to. I don't want to be so negative, but yeah, it is tough. It's frustrating to see. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see another Red Sox World Series. I've hit the 5 stages of grief, and it started after the Red Sox lost, after the Red Sox beat the Yankees in the ALDS. I started the 5 stages of grief, and then I think last night I ended it. I've now hit acceptance. This team is going to win another World Series. I'm going to have to deal with all of those people from Boston and all the guys at Barstool Sports and everybody talking about how great they are and another World Championship, and the Patriots might win another Super Bowl, and the Celtics might go to the finals, and who knows, they might beat the Warriors. And I just have to deal with this era of Boston down. It's Titletown. I just have to deal with that, and that angers me. I hate that. I can't stand that, but I have to accept it. And I've reached that level. I've reached a level of nirvana to where it's just, yep, this is what it is. And all right, I think I'm gonna get going now. It's 11:50. You have to hear me too because I'm from Boston. Yeah, dude. I'm assuming you're a Red Sox fan, and if you are, yeah, I think you were the one that were chanting those. Yeah, yeah, that's right. Boston's been Titletown for more than 15 years. They have. I apologize if I said now. No, I'm apologize. Yes, for 15 years, ever since that Patriots. I won't say since the Patriots. Ever since the Red Sox title in 2004, it has been Titletown. It has been the Red Sox winning. This would be their 4th World Championship. The Patriots have won 5 Super Bowls in that time. The Celtics won 1. The Bruins won 1. I mean, it's Titletown. Every Patriots. I know Patriots. No one started it, but I don't think they were Titletown then. Because I feel like you need another team in that town to really get it going. But then Patriots won the first 2, and then Boston took it over. And since then, it has been a Boston dynasty for the last 15 years. And it's frustrating to think about. It's frustrating to see. As someone who loves the New York teams, who grew up with these teams, if this keeps up, they might catch the Yankees in 40 years. They might. Hey, what title would this be if Boston won? How many Red Sox World Series? Series titles. They have 8 titles. So yeah, this would be 9 coming up. Patriots won 3 Super Bowls in 3 years and kicked everything off. Yep, no, they did. They were the start of it. They started it, and but yeah, Boston. After Boston took it, it was like we can do anything. And then the Celtics won 1 with that great big 3 of Allen and Garnett and Pierce, and then and Rondo. Can't forget Rondo. And then the Bruins won 1 in 2011. It is such dominance. Oh, I respect this team, even though I can't stand it, and it angers me. I can't stand seeing Boston win title after title. I just have to come to that realization that we are in the continuation of a Boston dynasty, and I mean the '90s was for New York. Those were the good old days in the '90s when the Yankees were winning titles and the Knicks were competitive. The Knicks didn't win a title, but the Knicks were competitive at least, and the Rangers won one. And the Giants won a Super Bowl in '91. In the '90 season, they won it in '91, 2019. Scott Norwood, and the Red Sox won Liverpool too. And guess what? Took them to the championship. Yeah, see, even in sports that Boston isn't even in, they're winning there. What do you do? What can you do? Roma has a Boston owner too. Yeah, it is a true dynasty right now, and so. It's frustrating to think again. It's frustrating to think about. It's frustrating to see, but at the end of the day, you just have to accept facts. So, geez. All right. We'll be. Anybody else have anything else to say, or should I wrap things up here? Because I'm enjoying talking to you guys. I'm enjoying talking to Gabe and Ron and Feast Mode, what up? That's a nice name there. Great place to live in too. Yeah, it's a beautiful town. Beautiful town. Nice people, from what I hear. I hear that there are nice people. I hear that there are terrible people there as well. But so is New York. New York and Boston are the same. They're great sports towns with a lot of great people and a lot of just scum. But you know what? We all live together. We all at this great, beautiful planet called Earth. All these melting pot of people coming together. Red Sox. I'm not even going to address that. I have so many questions. I should end it. There's nothing I'm going to be able to do that. Are you? What? What? Oh, okay. I got it. Poor guy. I thought they got actually literally killed. Okay, they didn't. Okay, I never saw them. Yeah, you never saw them in 77 years. I mean, Cub fans. Ask Cub fans. I mean, if you're a Cub fan that lives for 90 years, you might have never seen a team win it. Mets might win before the Yankees. Don't get too. I mean, as long as the Wilpons are running that team, there will be incompetence with that entire Met organization. I think I'm gonna get interviewed for the GM job. Same thing, Cubbies for sure. Yeah, it's gosh, but I think the Yankees are still better set up. They need to change things and how they're structured. I think they're better set up than the Mets, who, I mean, they have DeGrom, but they can't hit when DeGrom's on the mound, and they have problems offensively. They had a great pitching nucleus, and then that just went away. All right, wait, let me record this here. All right, here we go. So we're coming up on midnight here on the East Coast. I'm going to wrap this up in just a little bit, but you guys like talking, so here we go. Red Sox are actually better set up, a Moneyball team with unlimited spending power. Yeah, all credit to Dombrowski. Theo leaves, and no problem. We'll next man up. Just dominance, just pure dominance. It is amazing how I'm blown away. I cannot believe Boston is this set up to be this good. But that's what it is right now. It is we'll see how far they go. Cashman got to go now. I'm going to be critical here. This might be an unpopular opinion. I love Brian Cashman. He's been a great GM for the Yankees for years. Betts and JD are too much. They are. I mean, and Benintendi too. It's just. I think I might actually name JD MVP. I think he's top 5 in all 3 stats. I would give it to JD, but I understand if you want to give it to Mookie. I love Cashman. I love everything he's done. I love most of what he's done with this organization. He's made some mistakes, but overall, he's done a lot for this organization. I'd keep him. I wouldn't get rid of him. Here's the thing with Boone. It's frustrating. I thought he did a good job managing this team. Up until the final, he's at 7. We won't cut the big though. When you got to give something up to get something more. All right, with trades this year. Overall, I thought he's done fine. Again, he hasn't been perfect, but I think for the most part, he has been fine. Here's the thing with Boone. He was I thought he was a good manager up until the final 2 games. Oh, great! They had the 0-4 team throwing out the first pitch tonight, rubbing it in all those Yankee fans. Down 3-0, rubbing in. Boone was a great manager. I thought Boone was really good, solid, up until the final 2 games. That's when he was a complete disaster and didn't go to his bullpen quick enough. His great dynamic bullpen that everyone was talking about how wonderful it is, top to bottom, and Boone did not want to go to it. He didn't put Severino or Sabathia on a short leash for some reason, even though they were both clearly struggling in those games, in games 3 and games 4. And yeah, so I'd keep him. I would keep Boone, but yeah, I lost a lot of goodwill. Those last 2 games, making those same mistakes, maybe making the same mistake not once but twice. If you do it once, okay, everyone makes mistakes. He did it twice. He doubled down on his. I'm going to stick with my starting pitching, and that really frustrated me. I'm like, you have learned nothing. You know nothing, Jon Snow. And to see that, again, back-to-back nights really infuriated me. So it is what it is. Yeah, again, frustrated with how it all went down, but yeah, I still think he can be a good manager, but I lost a lot of goodwill to him in those last 2 games. He has a lot to prove. He still has a lot to learn. You can't when your pitcher's dying, when it's clear your pitcher's not good, you got to get him out of there. So we'll see if he learns from his mistake next year. All right, I think so hard to get the right guys to play in Yankee Stadium. You know, the Paul New kind of guy. Exactly. They need. I mean, I don't think Judge is ready to have. They had that in Frazier last year. They don't have any Paul. They don't have any Paul O'Neills out there. They have a lot of good, talented players, but they have no one ready to lead. Once you see the Red Sox in the World Series, just put another banner up. Hey, 4-4. Well, 3 for 3, and it looks like 4 for 4. So, yeah. Gosh darn it. I can't believe it. Another World Series. Can't believe it. It is amazing how this whole team, Theo, Dombrowski, Francona. Here's the other thing. The Red Sox, again, I mentioned this last night. The Red Sox are on the verge of winning their 4th World Series in the last 15 years with their 3rd manager. That's amazing. Francona won 2. Farrell won 1. And now Alex Cora is on the verge of winning another one. How is this possible? How is it that no matter who they have, doesn't matter. They have the reason, they have the talent, they have the general managers and the people in the front office working to make every team so then. I can't believe this anymore. Stanton crumbled because he didn't have that quality play. Didi got that stripe, and now he's gone on Tommy John. Yeah, I think Didi can turn. I mean, A-Rod. We thought A-Rod was terrible, and A-Rod was terrible, but he was able to turn it around in 09, and that was it. I think Stanton can turn it around, but yeah, of all the hitters, he had the worst postseason. And then Didi had a good first half, struggled at the end, and then Tommy John, which that's just another. I don't know who they're going to get to replace him. I mean, maybe Machado, but I don't know about that. It's always in their first year, just like 2013. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Francona, that was his first year after replacing Grady Little for the Pedro Martinez debacle. He wins the title. John Farrell comes in after the hilarious Bobby Valentine experiment. He wins the title. And now Cora. Red Sox fans all respect Didi. He's your guy. I'm glad that they. Didi's a great player. I really love him. I love watching him play. Good quality player, and I'm amazed they found a replacement for Jeter. I never thought they'd do it. Yankees got to go get Francona. If he's available, you know what? I would even think about taking Showalter, but we need Dustin back. Oh, that's right. Dustin, that's right. He's been hurt. I just completely forget about how dominant this team is, and then I was like, oh yeah, Justin Pedroia has been hurt all year. Is he? How good is he? Does he still have talent? Like, is he? I know he's 35. But does he still have could he still be a talented second baseman for them or whatever? I don't watch a lot of the Red Sox locally. I follow them, but I don't watch a lot of I don't watch baseball's a local sport. You usually only watch the teams. I watch the Yankees and the Mets. Is it possible that from no range anymore? All right, let's ask Ron. Since Ron's the Boston guy here. Nate Novalty retired 10 of 11 batters in this really. Yeah, what was this thing about the Boston bullpen being really bad? That's all we heard going into this. That's all I heard. Maybe if he's healthy enough. Okay, maybe if he's healthy. We'll see. Maybe Pedroia, it's like a David Wright thing where you just can't do it anymore. But yeah, Ron, please tell me, because all I heard was how terrible this Boston bullpen was. And they've been great. They've been nothing short of great in all of these games. In this World Series games, they've been tremendous. They've shut everybody down. And we heard that, okay, the bridge to Kimbrel is rough. The bridge has been fine. What has happened here? Again, how do you beat this team? I keep saying, how do you beat this team? How do you beat a team this good? Whether weaknesses was David Price can't win in the big spot. The bullpen is just starters in the postseason. The bullpen got a month off going. Corey got the chance to build it in midseason. All right. So that they finally hit their stride. But here's the thing. And the problems with Boston going as well. Well, David Price can't win in the postseason. Well, guess what? Now he wins in the postseason. Now he's the greatest Now he's Madison Bumgarner. Well, the Red Sox bullpen is they're fine. They're great. How are you beating the team? How are the Dodgers? I get it. They have 3 games coming up at home, but how are they beating? Excuse me. How are they beating this Red Sox team 3 out of 4 times? I'm trying to figure it out. Maybe 1 game at home, especially again when Boston is so good on the road. When they're 5-0 on the road, how are they going to beat this Dodgers team? I find it so hard. It's hard to comprehend. Thank God the curse is gone. Yeah, it's been 14 years of that. But it's no more of it. And now the curse is gone. You're the best clutch team of all time. Sox got power arms in the pen, just filthy electric stuff. Yeah, it's amazing how they've turned it around. It is unbelievable how they've turned it around, and I find it hard to believe. And no, we don't have any Dodger fans here on the chat. I'd like to have somebody there represent us, but I find it hard to believe. I just try to tell me how this team is. Try to tell me how Boston is. How are they going to beat Boston 2 out of 3 times? Forget that. 4 out of 5 times. How are they going to do that? This team is so on fire now. Everything is clicking, and they could get better. That's the scary thing. I don't think they're sweeping because I think the Dodgers are better than I think the Dodgers are way better than us getting swept. But goodness gracious. Oh, wow. Dodgers only won 92 games, Boston at 108. I know Boston's a much better team, but I think the Dodgers are still really, really good. Dodgers are like the Sox in the 80s, 90 too much Stanton ball waiting for the home run. Yeah. It is. Station ball waiting for the home run. And I respect for this Dodgers team, everybody on it, the really talented team. You've seen them do it in the postseason before, but the Dodgers now could become the Buffalo Bills. Back-to-back losses. When was the last time? I can't even say like the Cavs because the Cavs won before that. The Cavs lost and then won and then lost 2 more. This looks like back-to-back losses in the World Series, and that's Buffalo Bills territory. The Bills did it 4 times, but it's always frustrating to get back there and then still not be able to get over the hump. We'll see. They could turn it around here. The series is not over, but I find it so hard to believe that Boston outfield is insane. Even Sales says it's like having 4 guys out there defending. It is. Everybody on the Dodgers remind me of the Braves in the 90s. Oh yeah, that was a dominant Braves. Braves in the 90s with trying to think with Smoltz and Glavine, and they were 2 legitimate center fielders. It's ridiculous. Who were the Braves in the 90s? They had Smoltz and Glavine and Maddox. They had a good offense. They had Chipper Jones, late 90s. Oh, no, they had Chipper Jones, I think it was early 90s, and I think Andrew Jones came in late. He helped them in that 96 series. Didn't David Justice win the MVP for them? But this Red Sox outfield with Mookie Betts, with the possible or the probable MVP, with Jack Bradley, with Benintendi, with JD Martinez, with Pierce. It's scary how they've built this team. Where did this come from? And again, this doesn't seem like the end. This seems like a team that is only going to get better. It doesn't seem like, this is a flash in the pan. No, this looks like a team that could contend for years and years to come. And that this team should scare everybody. I thought the Astros were scary. This team should scare the heck out of every front office in baseball. Good drafting. Great drafting. Again, Dombrowski, everybody there. And there's Sean again here on MLB Network. David Price, of all people. How? How is it that the worst postseason pitcher in baseball has finally figured it out? I can't believe everything about this team just seems like they're destined for greatness. Benintendi's going to end up being the best of them. He's the natural. I've been really impressed with him so far. And even though at the beginning I couldn't pronounce his name, now I have, and his offense. What do you do? This is, again, as a Yankee fan, this is what frustrates me, is that It's just a power team. This team is power and contact. The Yankees are just power. And a power can get you through the regular season. The Red Sox pitchers are very underrated. They attack hitters with the games they catch. That's right. Leon, how's Leon been in this postseason? In this World Series, anyway. Rick Porcello will start Game 3, and maybe Evaldi will start Game 4. So that's what they have to look forward to here. That'll be Wednesday night. It'll be in LA. I'm praying for a Vince Scully cameo. God bless that man. Vasquez has been 1 for 3. Was Leon been in this postseason, or was Leon hurt? Babe Ruth wouldn't be happy. No, Babe Ruth would not. Oh, man, that was the best trade ever. They aren't hitters. The Red Sox catchers. These guys are modern catchers who dissect hitters. That's okay. That would work. All right. Yeah, the Yankees. As a Yankee fan, it would be nice if we had a good catcher. We have a guy who can't hit and can't catch. So, darn Gary Sanchez. Rick's a Cy Young winner too. It's tough for the Dodgers. Yeah, how goodness. I mean, they had Kershaw in Game 1, and he delivered. That was a typical Kershaw performance. One of the best hitter, probably the best pitcher of this generation, and can't get anything done in the postseason. It's just every time you think, he's turned the corner, he completely. Price looks like he's finally solved his postseason reputation. Kershaw is going to stick with them until they win a World Series, if they win a World Series. And the clock, he's not getting any younger. My gosh. The Evaldi deal was pure genius. That's right. What did they get back? Great. Nathan Evaldi deal, Red Sox. Was that a trade or a sign of it? On July 28th, the Red Sox acquired two-time All-Star reliever Zach Britton. Did they trade? Who did they trade for? I don't think it says here. Yeah, that was a good trade to bring him in on from Tampa. Man, I wish the Yankees. And actually, the Yankees didn't need him, but it would have been nice to addition by subtraction. Looking here. Oh gosh, these computers are so slow. Gosh gracious! Didn't I just click on this ad? Who did Evaldi? Was it just money? Was it just money that they traded him for? Because I'm trying to. Oh, for Jalen Beeks. My gosh, that is a steal. That is an absolute steal. He was traded for Jalen Beeks. Everyone needs to go if the Yankees want to win. So Severino needs to go. That is a ridiculous trade. How God, that is highway robbery. That is a Kyrie Irving kind of just robbery trade. Severino needs to go if the Yankees want to win. I still believe in Severino. He is probably the best starting pitcher of the. No, it's not guys. But he's a solid ace when he wants to be. He just something he needs. He just needs to be taken out when it's time for him to get out. That was the problem. Okay, Severino, for whatever reason, wasn't ready in Game 3. He was terrible. He was off from the start. You could tell he didn't have it. And Boone decides, I'm going to keep him in for no reason. Everyone knew he was done. He should have. How was he allowed to come out of that fourth inning? It made no sense. It was one of the most bizarre managerial decisions I've ever seen in my life. Everyone there knew. I had a friend of mine who went to the game. She knew that there was no way that Severino should have been allowed out there. Everyone knew for whatever reason, whether he was not prepared because he didn't go out for the game, but whatever reason, he was not. There was no way he should have been in the game. He should not have been allowed for the fourth inning. But the fact that he did was a complete breakdown by Boone. And then again, he does it the next game for Sabathia. That's again what frustrates me is that not only did he it once, he did it twice. Anyone can make a mistake. Again, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting something different. And when Boone decided, I'm going to keep my starting pitchers in the game way longer than they should, that's insanity. That is flat out insanity. And so, yeah, I've lost a lot of faith in my guy, in Boone. I love him for what he did in 2003, but what he has done recently, he is that Again, the most questionable. Boone didn't know when to pull the pitcher out. He didn't. He should have known. Everyone at home knew. Pull him out. He doesn't have it. How was he allowed to pitch in that 4th inning? There's no way he should have been allowed. He should, but for some reason, I guess Boone suffered from like what Terry Collins suffered from in 20. Terry Collins of the Mets did this a lot when he would leave his pitchers in because he loved them so much, he trusted them too much. At the end of the day, it's a business. You can't got a guy out there because you love him so much. You got to know when he's dead, you got to take him out. So that's what Boone has to learn now, and hopefully he's learned that for a second season. Hopefully he's changed his mindset, his thinking, and he's like, okay, I can't like trust my guys too much. I've got to pull them out when it's time to pull them out. And so we'll see if he does that, but we'll see how he learns next year. Again, I'd keep him because you don't fire guys after 1 year. Yeah, that makes no sense. Oh boy. Looking at the highlight montage here. Again, just blown away at Boston's offense. Congrats to Yadier Molina, by the way, on the Roberto Clemente Award. Yeah, anything else you guys want to say before we get out of here? Because I might get out of here in just a little bit. Again, dominance again from this Boston team. Another just incredible performance, offensively and pitching-wise. Every time the Yankees get good, the Red Sox one up them. Except in 09. That was the only year it was like, we got you. But since then, it has been so frustrating to think. This is good for baseball, though. Red Sox, Yankees, rivalry, that's good for baseball. And I can't wait for it next year. I can't wait to get back at them. I know you're a Red Sox fan, Ron. I can't wait to get back at you guys. I don't know if we're going to win, but I can't wait to try. I can't wait to see. We need to make some changes, but we need another starting pitcher. We need I don't know what we do with this. Happ was terrible. Severino was terrible at the end. Sabathia, not going to happen. Trust me. Okay. Yeah. Hey, maybe it won't. But I want to try. I want to beat those. I want to beat those Red Sox so badly. And you want to beat the Yankees so badly. That's what. It's so great that baseball is at that point again when the Red Sox and the Yankees are clashing again, when they're feuding again, when there's a rivalry again. Baseball is back. The Red Sox will get another pitcher and second baseman this winter, and it's over. Yeah, they probably will. I mean, it's gonna become the Warriors now. They're gonna become the Warriors. They're gonna become the Warriors of baseball. All right, now they're showing all the times the Red Sox had runners in scoring position with 2 outs. They're showing all the times with 2 outs. They just kept hitting and hitting and hitting. It is remarkable. They just keep hitting. Again, that is what's so scary about this team. When with 2 outs, with the maximum pressure, that's when they thrive the most. That's when they're at their best. The Yankees couldn't beat the Astros last year, so Boston showed them how to do it. Yeah, don't remind. Oh gosh, that Houston series. Yeah, Ron, I respect you. But darn you, I'm sure you're enjoying watching me suffer. I don't know, Ron, if you saw my Yankee live reactions during the to think. Oh, are you kidding me? Benintendi was drafted after Bregman. Goodness gracious, solid draft. But I don't know, Ron, if you saw my live reactions to Game 3 and 4 of the ALDS. Check that out on my channel. I was screaming and yelling and angry and almost choked on milk. It was a wonderful time. I don't like to be negative on these channels. I can't wait. I hope there's a day coming soon and I get to scream and yell about a New York championship. But it doesn't look like that's anywhere close. So, the Boston at runners in scoring position. What was that average? 363. I'll check it out. Yeah. Games 3 and 4. I think it was Yankees fan meltdown and Yankees fan devastated. I think those are the 2 videos there. And yeah, they are long, painful, frustrating videos. Oh gosh! Again, here are the stats in baseball. The Red Sox with 2 outs, they're second in batting average, 255. With runs, they're number one in runs, 329 runs with 2 outs. How do you beat this team? How? Someone tell me, how? Can anybody find me, to paraphrase Queen, can anybody find me some reason for the Red Sox to lose? Also, can anybody find me somebody to love? 5 for 10, 5 for 12, 2 extra base hits, 9 RBIs. That is Boston stats with 2 outs. So dynamic. In high leverage moments, nobody's better. Yeah, so this is a therapy session for me as I come to grips with how these last couple games have been reality doses that, all right, Boston's going to be a dynasty for the next 5 to 10 years, and the Yankees will not. And I just have to deal with that stat. So, oh goodness gracious, I have school tomorrow. All of this is just, man. Judge started it when he played that song. Yep. I actually didn't blame him for that. At the time, I thought that's a great move. 16-1. Oh, that's the other thing. I pointed this out on my channel. I will never be able to watch 16 Candles again. Anything with the number 16 in, I will never be able to enjoy, because all I'll think about is that horrible night in New York in Game 3, the Boston Massacre. What a disgraceful night. The worst loss the Yankees have ever had in the postseason. There have been worse moments. There were more devastating moments. This was the worst loss in the history of the postseason loss in the history of the franchise. To lose like that, to 16-1. Again, I didn't blame Judge when he played that song, because I was like, oh, all right, he's showing a little moxie, showing a little, all right, come to our building. Let's see how fun it is. And then that's Benintendi's number. Yeah, I won't be able to enjoy Benintendi again. Nothing with the number 16. Anything with the number 16, I'm going to get PTSD flashbacks for the rest of my life. I'm probably going to die on the 16th of some month. I don't know when, but on the 16th of that everything is just that number 16 is going to haunt my nightmares every day for the rest of my life. Because all I will think about is that painful name where Brock Holt hit a cycle. Brock Holt. Who is Brock Holt? Red Sox have sleepers without them. Darryl Ravi's involved by all of our pitchers. Oh, that's scary too. The Red Sox have such a great farm system. The Yankees are going to trade their whole farm system away. And the Red Sox farm system is just going to be no problem. Goodness gracious. Thank you, Ron and Feast, for being here throughout this whole last 40 minutes, I would say. It's been fun to watch, but fun to talk to you guys. And, yeah, I thought 04 would haunt people. 04 is going to haunt people. 04 would 04 haunted me too, but at least we had 03 to like, okay, well, at least we had Aaron Boone. At least we had that great game. And 04 haunts me too. Oh, that's one that haunts me. I remember crying as a 6-year-old as the Red Sox somehow came back that series with the Robert Steele and the 2 Ortiz walk-offs and the Mariano blown saves and the bloody sock and A-Rod batting the ball away when it was clear he did, and he was trying to actually make it look like he didn't do it, which was ridiculous. And Johnny Damon hitting 2 home runs in Game 7. Kevin Brown and Javi Vasquez being completely worthless. Yeah, 04 haunts me too. 04, I get flashbacks of 04. I don't remember 01, but I was told I was crying in my cradle. 04 was a terrible, haunting experience. Last year wasn't that. Last year was fun. The Red Sox were this good at turning out. They seem to do this every 100 years. 04, you guys lost the World. Yeah, okay, yes. Good point. We lost the World Series in 03. I remember that was also painful. But at least we beat the Red Sox. At least there was some enjoyment in that. But yeah, then we lost to the that looking back on it, that was actually a really good Marlins team with Cabrera and Beckett. That was a really talented Marlins team. But yeah, at the time it was like, how did we lose to this team? Where did this team come from? How did we lose to them? Ivan Rodriguez was on that team. How did we lose to them? I'm trying to think. I think 01's a more painful loss than 03. If I was going to rank Yankee losses all time in terms of painfulness, I would rank it 04, 01, 60. That's how I rank. I think 04 is the worst loss in the history of the franchise. 01 is second, losing to the Diamondbacks in Game 7 with Mariano on the mound, Luis Gonzalez single, and then 60 with the Mazeroski home run, which I wasn't there for and I don't remember it, but I can vouch for how painful that is. 95 also. I wasn't alive in 95, and yet I still feel pain every time I see that Edgar Martinez's double. It's just something about me, but we won the next year after that, so it was less painful. But all right, it's 12:24. I'm going to wrap. When you see the Red Sox get out the ALDS, just say, here we go. Yeah, it's such a talented team, stacked team. All right, I think I'm finally going to get going. Thank you, Ron and Feast, for watching this whole thing. The archive will be out soon. Tune in the next live stream. I'll have a NFL picks video out on Friday, so tune in for that. And then Friday night, during the 8th inning, come back here. We'll be live reacting to Game 3 of the World Series between the Red Sox and the Dodgers. Looking forward to that one. So, again, thank you, Gabe. Thank you, Ron. Thank you, Feast. I've enjoyed talking to you guys, but it's time to get going. So at 12:25, I've gotten like no sleep for a month. All this postseason baseball and football has kept me up. And I've got college. It's all so, oh, gosh. See how, dude. Go Patriots. Good luck to them this week. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I will talk to you soon. Take care, and God bless.